Hi, I'm Ron Johnson, a St. Pete artist, and I paint under the name of Ronnj. I have been painting later in life for only about the last 20 years. I don't really specialize in anything except watercolor and acrylics. This work that I have here today is called ReArticulation. And ReArticulation touches on my desire to recycle and to use things that are found objects. This piece, which is a walk into the palace, is made up of at least 6 different paintings that I have done. They have been cut into squares in large pieces and reassembled to be a totally different and independent work of art. One of the things I discovered with ReArticulation is that each square is a work of art in itself. So even if it came from a painting that was not one of my favorites, each of the different pieces became a work of art by color and by texture. Moving on to this, a different variety is up here in Spring Bouquet, and it is again 6 or 7 different paintings. Had nothing to do with a bouquet, but is now assembled to bring joy in the color and the light. The straws that I call them, that you see moving around and through the painting, I made from rolled newspaper or magazine pages. Have all sizes and different combinations and colors from my smallest ones. The one up here at the top is a self-portrait. That is me as I see myself. This piece is called quilt patterns. And you will see the patterns of the square quilts. And I asked 2 friends who are also artists, Anne, who is a fabric artist, and Ralph, who is a stained glass artist, to take my painting and to do interpretation in their medium. I thought it was a very exciting project, and I'm very proud of them for accomplishing what they did to make a great trilogy.
Okay.
On the other side is a totally different piece, but is reminiscent of the ReArticulation. And this is the iris, which is done in mosaic form. I love the colors and the way the stones circle around and the subtleness with a blue river going through the center. It moves on down, which I think is a very good segue to the next section through the church's stained glass windows, which is also a ReArticulation or a composition of a lot of colors and many different kinds of stories being told. We move into my next series, which is my leaf series. A little history on this is that on a trip through New England, we were visiting a very nice hotel in a little village, and they had a display of an artist who worked with real magnolia leaves, painted on the leaves, and I was totally awestruck by his work. And I thought, I would really like to do something like that. But I realized that I did not know how to work with real leaves, how to preserve them, because they will dry and crack. So my solution was to make the leaves out of watercolor paper. The leaves are cut out of the paper, are soaked for a couple of days in water, are then taken out and rolled and folded and pinned to dry in position, and when they are totally dry after another day, they are in the shape of leaves. This particular one goes back to ReArticulation in that these pieces are all cut from another painting. And then each one is enhanced with additional colors, and the silver was added. You will notice in all of the paintings that the background is a very neutral, ragged kind of background, and that is a background that I painted with acrylic paint using palette knives. I have a theme in this one of music, which I used old music, and I applied the music to the leaves and then accentuated the leaf and the music. One of my favorites is the one at the top in the tobacco and black and silver. I think very stately, and each one has a lot of movement. This is my copper piece, and again, I have found items. The necklace pendant, which is mother of pearl. The metallic plate, which is all done in copper, using copper threads, and the leaves are made out of the same painting that we talked about first, this time enhanced with color and with copper. Same for the turquoise up above. That is a turquoise piece of jewelry that has been separated and moved and used on each leaf that has been, the leaves have been coppered and turquoise. A really fun piece that I have done is the butterfly, and it is three-dimensional. It is cut from the original piece of paper. The wings stand out from the background, and if you move it, you can actually see them flutter. Of course, this piece appeals to all ages and all styles, and is a very significant signature in our religious backgrounds. The final piece in the show is totally different, and this is Feeding Frenzy. This is a 3-foot by 4-foot canvas. It is from a photograph that I took on the beach here in St. Pete Beach. And in the evening, if you've ever been on the beach, and just as the sun is going down, the birds come in and they flock together and they dive for their evening meal. And this is my interpretation of Feeding Frenzy. I love backgrounds, and the side panels are backgrounds, again, that were done by a palette knife and the various colors because I like texture so much. It's been a great honor to be at Our Savior Lutheran Church. I am very pleased that they asked me to exhibit my work here, and I've been very pleased by the reaction of the congregation and the people who have seen it to my work. And I invite everyone to come out and see it through the end of August.
Thank you.
Thank you.